Hi, welcome to third session, third bonus session. So this is bonus session number three. In bonus session number one or first bonus session, we have discussed about what should be the approach for Indian economy. That is the simplest approach for Indian economy. So no need to bother of any things like national incomes, poverties, and unemployments, and infrastructure, and this and that, and industrial policy resolutions. No need. Keep calm and do things in a smart way. So, Indian economy is equal to monetary policy plus fiscal policy plus economic planning only. Now, it depends on how we analyzed and how we elaborated these things individually. How we elaborated monetary policy, how we elaborated fiscal policy, it depends on that one. How we placed various things into monetary policy, how we are able to put many things into fiscal policy, how we are able to analyze the economic planning in India, it depends on that. So the very first thing is do things in a smart way. That's what we are doing now. In bonus session 1, Indian economy is equal to monetary policy plus fiscal policy plus economic planning. That's all. And in second bonus session, I have explained you how we should look at monetary policy. First of all, we should know what is monetary policy exactly. Without knowing monetary policy exactly, how we are going to do things like the money markets, the bills of exchange, the foreign exchange reserves, it's quite impossible. So, in a proper manner, we should learn and we should elaborate monetary policy. Then we should go for fiscal policy. So this is bonus session number 3, and in this session I will be taking about fiscal policy. So the very basic thing is, first of all, we should know what is fiscal policy. In simplest way, how we can define fiscal policy. And next, objectives. It's quite common. After definition, objectives only. So what are the objectives of fiscal policy? Whenever we have fiscal policy, after completing these two things, immediately we are supposed to write two things on the board. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. And 3 deals with public finance actually. So whenever you have this word public finance, you have public finance is equal to public revenue public expenditure public debt Now here I am separating fiscal management from public debt. So I am keeping these two things apart. However, in public debt we can do fiscal management, but in our examination point of view, this fiscal management plays a major role. That's why I have separated it. And in fiscal management, I can do fiscal responsibility and budget management act also, but again I am separating it. FRBM Act. So we are segregating the things, we are simplifying the things, we are not going towards complexity and doing things in a complex manner. We are doing things in an organized manner. Fiscal policy, first thing, what is fiscal policy? Second thing, what are the objectives of fiscal policy? And third, look at public finance. And in public finance, what is public finance? Public finance is equal to public revenue. How much, in how many ways the income is coming to the government, that is public revenue, and how it is spending it, public expenditure. If it is not sufficient, In what manner it is going to public debt? In public debt, discipline is required. That is what fiscal management. And in fiscal management itself, we have Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act. I am separating the key things. In public debt we can have this thing, but if I separate this thing, you will be having a broad idea about that particular fiscal management. In fiscal management, I can place FRBM Act, Fiscal Responsibility and Budget Management Act, but in examination point of view, this is more important than all these basics. So I have placed it aside. I have kept it separately. I wrote it separately on flowchart. Again, if you want public revenue, this public revenue is of two types again: earned, unearned. Earned, it can be a rent, it can be a profit. So rents on government property, profits from government property, public sector units likewise. And this is more important actually. Unearned, taxables and non-taxables. So in the entire part, this is also again important, because in taxables we have direct tax structure, indirect tax structure, the direct taxes, the indirect taxes, the cess, the surcharge, the GST, many things are part of that thing, including the GST part. And in public expenditure part, we can have public expenditure is of two types: recurring, non-recurring. We'll come to each and everything in later sessions. This is a bonus session only. Objective of this bonus session is how far we can expand fiscal policy. So public debt, in how many ways the government goes for public debt, and in this thing we can have this also: external commercial borrowings. So likewise, if you expand, everything is covered. 1, 2, 3, and remember 4 is left again. This is budget. Budgeting. So first of all, there are some basic terms will be there with respect to budget. So terms will do some basic terminology with respect to budgeting, and then we'll go for types of budget. For example, we have priority based budgeting, gender based budgeting, zero based budgeting, target based budgeting, and one of the most beautiful parts of budgeting is participatory budgeting. In Pune we can see this. In Pune Municipal Corporation we have this participatory budgeting. It's a part of direct democracy actually. It's a part of initiative. It is a part of formal initiative in polity. So look, this much we are supposed to learn about fiscal policy. If you have fiscal policy, what is fiscal policy, what are the objectives of fiscal policy, and after doing those two basic things, we are supposed to learn about public finance. Public finance is A plus B plus C. A, public revenue; B, public expenditure; C, public debt. And again in public revenue we have earned sources of revenue, unearned sources of revenue like earned income and unearned income. In earned income we have the rents and the profits. For example, you have HPCL, you have Indian Oil Corporation. So likewise, wherever you have got profit and from wherever you have got rent, that is earned income. On its own assets, it's rent or profit. And in unearned we have taxables and non-taxables. Taxables means again you can categorize them into direct taxes and indirect taxes, and Again, the tax structure is huge. You have income tax, you have capital gains tax, you have perquisite tax, you have dividend distribution tax, you have dividend tax. Likewise, Indian tax structure is a huge, and we can say it's cumbersome also. So that much we can do about fiscal policy, and that is public revenue. In public expenditure, expenditure can be recurring and expenditure can be non-recurring. So it can be classified into recurring public expenditure and non-recurring public expenditure. For economies like India, as subsidies are more, it has to spend on more welfare activities, more on subsidies, more on poverty alleviation programs. So non-recurring expenditure is more. So that is also a major thing. And after that, as the subsidies are increasing, as the spending is more, and the burden will be on fiscal management and how the discipline we have to put fiscal responsibility and budget management act. There we have FRBM act. Then you have this budget, some key terms related to basic budgeting, basic knowledge about basic terminology about budgeting we are supposed to learn. And then we have to learn about types of budget. For example, we have priority based budgeting, we have gender based budgeting, we have zero based budgeting. And remember one thing, this is different from zero based natural farming. Actually, zero budget natural farming, this is zero based budgeting, and this is target based budgeting and participatory budgeting. This is my favorite concept because it's a part of initiative taken by the people. Best example is Brazil. In India, we have Pune Municipal Corporation that's also doing a good thing related to participatory budgeting. It did a lot with respect to participatory budgeting, but the major credit with respect to participatory budgeting should be given to Brazil only, Bolsa of Emilia. So this is all about fiscal policy. So in bonus session 1, we learned something about how to simplify Indian economy. In bonus session 2, we have learned something related to monetary policy, and in bonus session 3, we have focused on fiscal policy. Up to what extent the fiscal policy can be expanded, not only limiting up to the tax structure, not only limiting up to the budget, what the present budget is saying. We have elaborated it like types of budget also. So this is all about fiscal policy, and in my next session, that will be bonus session number 4, I'll be doing with economic planning in India. So whatever the things we see in Indian economy, all those things can be placed in 3 simple main topics: fiscal policy, monetary policy, and economic planning. In my next session, I'll be doing with the economic planning. Thank you.